TVC, the brand you trust.
So far in this package, in the last 30 days, I hope you have learnt thousands of words and their meanings and their usage in sentences. If not, please spend a little more time and go through the VCDs and the dictionary again and again. Today we bring to you word power from the alphabet N to Z. You will learn many amazing words like nostalgia, proximity, upheaval, yard and zenith. You will get familiar with their usage, their meanings and learn to use them from a lot of examples through sentences. So, shall we? Module 3, Experts, VCD 21 to 30.
Every word has so many meanings. Word Power is designed specifically for all those who want to learn words, its different meanings and usages. We have actually compiled over 100 words for you to learn in this module. I'm sure you're eager to continue from where you left off the last Word Power. We have learnt words from the alphabet A till M. Today we will continue from there and learn more words from N to Z. Without further delay, let us start. Here we go. N. Notion, nostalgia, nerve, necessary. Notion. Notion stands for a concept or idea.
The committee shouted it down as an absurd notion. Copywriters get paid for their outrageous notions. It began as one man's notion but gathered momentum later.
A notion is a vague view or understanding.
We have no notion what you meant when you said that.
A theory or belief held by a person or group.
The equality of men is a notion I hold closest to my heart. Non-violence is a notion not understood in its real sense.
Nostalgia is the noun form and nostalgic is the adjective. It means the state of being homesick.
The soldiers turned nostalgic when they heard the war was over. As soon as the vacation began, her sense of nostalgia overcame her.
Nostalgic means a sentimental yearning for return to some past period.
Seeing the girls dance, the old woman felt nostalgic and depressed. Looking at the wedding photos, the mother felt nostalgic but happy.
We will now discuss the word nerve. It means muscle or tendon.
She strained every nerve as she stood with the discus in her hand.
Nerves are part of the nervous system.
The nerves carry messages to the brain.
Nerve means power of endurance or control.
She had the nerve to oppose her mother-in-law. The man had the nerve to argue with the police.
Nerve could also mean a sore or sensitive point.
His remarks touched a nerve and almost caused a riot. The headlines touched a nerve and the people broke out in anger.
The next word we will discuss is necessary. This is an adjective meaning absolutely needed.
It is necessary to eat healthy food every day. It is necessary to exercise in the morning.
Necessary also means logically unavoidable.
If the sun rises, it has to necessarily set in the evening.
Necessary is also that which cannot be denied without contradiction.
It is necessary to get some education early in life. Women must necessarily wear saris for the convention. It is necessary to eat fresh food.
Necessary means determined or produced by the previous condition of things.
They gifted the elder daughter with a car. So it is necessary to do the same for the second daughter as well. It is necessary to dry the clothes as they are wet.
Necessary means compulsory.
It is necessary to show the passport at the airport. A birth certificate is necessary to admit a child at school. Overwhelm, origin, organize, omit.
The first word we will talk about in the alphabet O is overwhelm. It has several meanings. Firstly, it means to cover over completely.
The smell from the kitchen was overwhelming. The smoke overwhelmed the area.
Overwhelm means to overcome by superior force or numbers.
We were overwhelmed by the sheer numbers of the voters. The television channel was overwhelmed by the response.
It also means to overpower in thought or feeling.
We stepped out on the platform and were overwhelmed with nostalgia. We were overwhelmed by the welcome the villagers gave us. The film star was overwhelmed by the love he received from the children.
Origin is the next word. Origin is a noun meaning ancestry or parentage.
Human beings can trace their origins to the African male. Our origins include our ancestry and parentage. Draw a family tree to trace your origin.
Origin indicates the rise, beginning, or derivation from a source.
The origin of child marriages can be traced back to early civilization. The origin of the word salary is salt, which was given as payment. Let us begin an investigation into the origin of chess.
Origin is also something that creates, causes, or gives rise to another. To originate is the verb.
The river has its origin in the mountain. The river is the origin of the lake. The origin of the river Ganga is at Gangotri. All our problems originate from him. Illiteracy and ignorance are the real origins of the violence.
Organize. This is a transitive verb. Organized is past tense. Organization is the noun form. Organize means to form into a coherent unity or functioning whole.
After the accident, she tried to organize her thoughts. The detective sat down to organize the facts of the case. It was tough to organize the participants which turned up for the competition.
Organize is to set up an administrative structure for.
We decided to organize ourselves for a rescue attempt. The camp was organized for cricket practice. The residents organized a picnic.
It also means to persuade or to associate.
They began to organize recruitment for the army. The men enlisted help to organize the show. The businessmen organized a presentation for the travel agency.
Organize means to arrange by systematic planning and united effort.
It requires great effort to organize the government. They made a sincere attempt to organize the educational institute.
Omit is the next word. To omit is to leave out or leave unmentioned.
If you omit even one important detail, it will not be accepted. You have omitted my name in the list. I will omit you from the team for your rudeness. The parents were omitted from the guest list. Omitting the director's name is a major error. Why is my byline omitted from my article? Proximity, prohibit, protest, prefer, panic.
We are going to study 5 words in the alphabet P. The first word is proximity. It is a noun meaning nearness in space or time.
He sat in close proximity to their seats at the theatre. She was uncomfortable at his claims of proximity to the family. He claimed proximity to the top government officials. It helps to ensure proximity to the police.
The next word is protest. Protest is a noun meaning the act of objecting or a gesture of disapproval.
The chairman resigned in protest against Ram's induction. A protest was organized against the educational policy. The mob burnt cars in protest against the arrest of their leader. He made a show of protest against his nomination as secretary. The protest was too mild for anyone to notice.
To prohibit is a verb. The noun is prohibition and the past tense is prohibited. It means to forbid by authority.
There is a law prohibiting sale of liquor on certain days. The prohibition of liquor meant a loss of money to the manufacturers. The girls were prohibited from leaving the hall at night. He gave an order to prohibit all cell phones inside the theatre. The boss prohibits gossip sessions during work time.
Prefer. To prefer is a verb. The noun form is preference. To prefer means to like better or best.
He prefers sports and she wants to watch the soaps on television. She prefers tennis to watching football on TV. I prefer cold milk with my cornflakes. I prefer not to wear synthetic fabrics. I prefer not to use dairy products. I prefer vegetarian food.
Prefer means to promote a person.
He preferred the male officers for promotion. She gave preference to her first director. When the boss showed preference for the younger secretary, she resigned.
The last word in the alphabet P is panic. Panic is a noun meaning a sudden, uncontrollable fear.
She panicked when he tried to shut the door. It was so dark that he panicked and plunged the knife into the thief. I was in a panic when I heard there will be shortage of bread. The panic in the prisoner's face said it all.
Chaos caused by a situation.
There was a wave of panic buying when the riot stopped. When the stock market crashed, there was a spate of panic selling. The news about serial killer created panic in the town. The panic spread like wildfire.
Query. What is a query? It has several usages. A query means to ask a question.
The students were asked to write their query down on paper. If you have a query, raise your hand. The newcomer had a query about the dates.
A query is also a question expressing a doubt or objection.
The member raised query about the accounts. The irritating man raised so many queries that the meeting was adjourned. All queries will be answered in our next meeting. The actor had a query about certain lines in the dialogue.
Quit. To quit is a verb meaning to leave or give up. To leave a place, job, or habit.
He was asked to quit the flat as soon as possible. He quit his job as he found a better one. He quit drinking very late in life.
To quit means to give up.
The doctor told him to quit his smoking habits. Unless he quits drinking, we cannot employ him. He has to quit being a couch potato. A couch potato is one who watches television all day.
Reveal. Reprimand, rely, regret, recommend. Reveal. Reveal is a transitive verb. Revelation is its noun form. It has several meanings. To reveal is to make something secret or hidden, publicly or generally known.
She revealed all her family secrets in the interview.
Reveal means to open up to view.
The door opened to reveal an untidy bedroom. The covers were taken up to reveal the dressed mannequins. Mannequins are wooden models in a shop window. He lifted the cover to reveal his portrait of the Queen. The details were not revealed in the letter.
To reveal is to make known what has been or should be concealed.
All political candidates must reveal their financial assets. The reporter refused to reveal his source. He revealed that he had overheard the conversation. Her face became red, revealing her embarrassment.
To reveal, or its noun form, revelation, can be used to suggest divine sources or inspiration.
The Vedas were a revelation of sacred truths. Krishna revealed to Arjuna his cosmic form. The verses were revealed to him as if by a divine voice.
The next word is reprimand. To reprimand is a verb and may be used as a noun meaning official or sharp rebuke.
She was reprimanded by the principal for coming late to school. The boss issued a reprimand for all those failing to attend the meeting. She expected a reprimand for not practicing her violin. Her father reprimanded her for not winning the prize.
The next word is rely. This is an intransitive verb meaning to be dependent on someone or something.
We were wrong to rely on the system for your needs. We relied on him for our safety. We rely on the radio for the signals. We rely on our grocer to supply bread every morning.
To rely means to have confidence based on experience.
My driver is someone I can rely on. Every time the car broke down, the man came to repair it. I rely on my medicine to keep my diabetes under control.
Regret. This word is a noun and a transitive verb meaning to mourn the loss or death of.
We regret to announce the death of Mr. Rao yesterday evening. I sincerely regret the death of your dear father. We all regret that our friend was killed in an accident. It is a matter of regret that the child died an untimely death.
To regret means to miss very much.
I regret that I'll miss this party.
To regret means to be very sorry for.
Unless he regrets his mistakes, I will not forgive him. I regret I have to report this to the manager. I regret our quarrel and hope it will not be the end of our friendship. I regret not having taken care of my health.
The next word we will study is recommend. This word is a verb meaning to suggest as worthy of acceptance or trial.
The doctor recommended that we see a specialist.
To recommend is to endorse as fit, worthy, or competent.
The principal recommends her for a position she is not fit for.
Recommend means to make acceptable.
The film has many nice things about it to recommend for a viewing.
Recommend means to advise. The noun form is recommendation.
The lawyer recommended that the case be dropped. You need a recommendation for admission to our college. Can you give me a recommendation, sir? The newspaper will give recommendations after a survey. Synopsis, surplus, slant, significant, shield.
The next word in the alphabet S is the word synopsis. This word is a noun meaning a condensed statement or outline.
We need a synopsis of the story. Please send us the synopsis of your script. We will send the synopsis to the editor for approval. The synopsis should have all the details in it.
Surplus is the next word. This word is an adjective meaning the amount that remains when use or need is satisfied.
There is a surplus of wheat left in the granary. The surplus food must be distributed among the poor. The project was cut short, so we were left with surplus money. If there is surplus money, invest it wisely.
Slant. This word is a noun and also an intransitive verb meaning to take a diagonal course, direction, or path.
The garden path took a slanting course as we climbed up. The hills have a slanting road up to the top. Her hair parting had a new slant. The slanting hem of her skirt was a new design.
To slant means to interpret or present in line with a special interest.
The book has stories slanted towards teenagers. The magazine has a slant towards senior citizens. The entire speech had a slant towards communism. Her slanting eyes were typical of the hill tribes.
To dishonestly distort a truth.
His views were suspiciously slanting towards the Union. His remarks were slanted to make the others a bit nervous.
Let us discuss the word significant. This word is an adjective. It means having a meaning.
He gave her a significant look at the party.
Significant also means having influence or effect.
This is a significant judgment which will improve women's status.
Significant means of a noticeably large amount.
We were surprised by a significant number of deaths in the locality. The factory's products were showing significant improvement in quality. The significant number of child deaths aroused suspicion.
The next word in the alphabet S is shield. Shield is both a noun and a verb, meaning a round metal plate or something that is used for self-defense.
He used the chair as a shield against the plate she threw. He shielded his face from the sun with his hands. She shielded her face with a veil. Her dark glasses were a shield against the crowd. The soldier carries a sword and a shield.
A shield is a decorative or identifying emblem given as an award.
The company awarded a shield for his excellent performance. The team from Kolkata won the shield for athletics.
Shield also means to protect.
He shielded her from the police by telling a lie. The mother shielded the child from his drunken father. Let us shield youth from excessive violence.
Tragedy, trespass, timid, trend, tamper. Tragedy. Tragedy is a noun meaning disastrous event.
The accident was the second tragedy in the family. The celebrations of the wedding party ended with tears after the tragedy. The collapse of the bank was tragedy for its client.
A tragedy is also a serious drama with a sorrowful end.
There were no tragedies in traditional Sanskrit theatre. King Lear is one of the world's greatest tragedies. A tragedy ends with death or great loss. Romeo and Juliet is a romantic tragedy. We had to study both tragedy and comedy in college.
Trespass is another interesting word we come across often. It is both a noun and a verb. It means a violation of moral or social ethics.
Please do not trespass the line of friendship. When you trespass ethics, you lose respect. Do not trespass on my hospitality.
It means to trespass on or upon a wrongful entry on real property.
Do not trespass. This is private property. This lawn is not for walking. Do not trespass. Till our dispute is settled, you cannot trespass upon my property. An earlier usage is mistake. Forgive us our trespasses. This is not in use now.
The next word we will discuss is timid. Timid is an adjective which means lacking in courage or self-confidence.
She was such a timid person before her marriage. She was beautiful but rather timid. If you want to win in a debate, you cannot be timid. If you're timid, others will take advantage of you. Timidity is not a quality I personally admire. A woman need not be timid. It is a sign of weakness.
Trend is our next word.
The trend in fashion keep changing. It was the trend to have long hair, but now women cut it short. The short sleeve is the latest trend. If you keep up with the changing trends, you are fashionable.
Trend means to show a tendency.
The share prices showed a trend to dip. The gold price is steadily climbing as it is the trend now. The sales graph is showing a downward trend.
Tamper is the next word. To tamper is a verb meaning to meddle with.
Do not tamper with my documents. If you tamper with the film, you're destroying evidence. He tampered with the image and created a cartoon. Why do you tamper with the files? It is dangerous to tamper with medicines. You. unfazed, upheaval, urge, utter.
We're nearing the end of alphabets. Our first word in the alphabet U is unfazed. Unfazed is an adjective meaning undisturbed.
He remained unfazed after the insults. The citizens remained unfazed even after the explosions. Even with the war going on, Bush remained unfazed. Nero was unfazed and played the fiddle while Rome burned.
The next word is upheaval. Upheaval is a noun meaning violent or sudden change.
The partition meant upheaval of thousands of families in the area. The new owner's orders meant a complete upheaval of office routine. Settling in the USA meant an upheaval of our habits.
Upheaval also means upward movement of the Earth's surface.
The earthquake is an upheaval of the Earth's crust. The tsunami is actually an upheaval under the ocean.
Our next word is urge. Urge can be used as a noun and a verb. It means hasten or force.
He desperately urged the horses forward. He kept accelerating and urged the stalled car to start. He urged the people in the queue to move on.
Urge also means encourage or plead earnestly.
She urged him to go before her husband arrived. He urged the children to hide under the bed. The neighbors urged him to go into hiding. He urged them to elect him to the post of president. The professor urged him to keep trying and not give up. She was urged by a sense of duty to feed the soldier.
The noun urge is a strong desire or feeling.
He controlled his urge to slap him. She controlled her urge to use her umbrella on his head. He controlled his urge to drink. He could not control his urge to eat the cake.
The last word in the alphabet U is utter. It has several usages and meanings. This word is used here as an adjective. It means carried to the highest degree.
There was utter darkness in the cottage for a minute. There was utter silence after the scream. He spoke with utter sincerity and concern. They were utter strangers, but we trusted them.
Utterly is the adverb form of utter.
He was utterly professional in his behavior. She looked utterly sweet in her white dress.
Utter can be used as a verb meaning to say.
He uttered a curse which shocked everyone. Let me utter the magic words which will make you smile. He uttered the words she was waiting to hear.
Variable is the next word. This word is an adjective meaning something that can be adapted.
You need cloth of variable lengths and colors. The pressure at work is variable. My itinerary is variable, so I cannot call you.
Variable also means not constant.
Her moods were so variable that I cannot talk to her. His life was ruled by variable fortunes.
Vast. This word is an adjective meaning very great in size, amount, degree, intensity, or range.
He has vast knowledge of Indian history. There was a vast expanse of green fields in front of her. He was amazed at the vast spread of the Himalayas. There is a vast mound of garbage in front of the house. There was a vast difference in their ages. There was a vast break in their relationship.
Vehement is an adjective meaning with great force, showing strong feeling.
They staged a vehement protest to the new rules. She displayed a vehement desire to run on the grass. The ship was rocked by a vehement wind. His vehement patriotism won him only death. The officer used unnecessary and vehement action against the suspect. They held a vehement debate about the guest list.
Verify is the next word we shall discuss. To verify is a verb meaning. To verify means to establish the truth, accuracy, or reality of.
He needed the original documents to verify the claim. I need the letter to verify the statement you are making. The auditor verified my accounts.
To verify also means to confirm or substantiate in law by oath.
He verified his earlier statement in the court. The witness is required to verify his statement.
Venerate. Venerate means to regard with deep respect.
She venerated her professor. The children venerated Mother Teresa for her kindness. The Pope is venerated by his faithful followers.
Venerate also means to honor with a ritual act of devotion.
They saluted the flag they held in veneration. They carried the coffin with veneration to the grave.
There are 4 words we will study in the alphabet W. These are while, worldwide, worry, and rap. The first word, while, is a noun. It means a trick or a cunning act.
He was quite aware of her wiles. She understood the child's wiles. Beware of the wiles of a film actor. Be ready to detect the customer's wiles. His wiles at the card table have won him a fortune.
It can be used as a verb to lure or tempt, or as an adjective, wily.
A bit of chocolates is enough to wile a child away. He was a wily character who tempted him.
The next word is worldwide. This word is an adjective meaning affecting or known in all parts of the world.
The tsunami was a worldwide disaster. Famines can be a worldwide phenomenon. The singer has a worldwide reputation. Let us begin a worldwide awareness to save the elephant. There is a worldwide movement to save the tiger.
Our next word is worry. This word is used as a noun and a verb, meaning give way to anxiety or unease.
There is a constant worry about safety in the airplane. I worry that I may not reach in time. Why worry when you cannot do anything about it? Parents worry about their children all the time. If you worry too much, you will fall sick.
Worry also means harass.
The child worried her to buy a cycle. The owner worried her for the rent. The creditors worried him for repayment.
We will move on to the next word, wrap. This word is a verb and a noun meaning fold or encircle with material.
Please wrap the books in paper. Carefully wrap your silks in cloth. Please gift wrap this doll for me.
A scarf or shawl.
Don't forget to take a wrap to the theatre. Wear the wrap around the swimsuit. This wrap belongs to my mother. This wrap was knitted by my sister. Why? Yard.
The third last word is yard. This word is a noun meaning a piece of enclosed land.
The yard next to our building is used by children to play. The yard has a beautiful lawn. They have a pen for chicken in their yard. They store old furniture in their yard. They had a jumble sale in their yard.
Zeal, zenith. We will study two words in the alphabet Z. The first word is a very interesting one. Zeal is a noun meaning eagerness and ardent interest in pursuit of something.
He showed great zeal in organizing the picnic. His zeal took him closer to success. If you have the zeal, you can achieve your goal. Let me see some zeal and hard work for this project.
Zenith. This word is a noun meaning the point of the celestial sphere that is directly opposite the nadir and vertically above the observer. And it also means the highest point in his fortunes.
At his young age, he had reached the zenith of his career. He was at the zenith of his youth. We must work harder when we reach the zenith of life.
You have finally reached the end of the expert module. You can now say that you are becoming a master of words. The only way to increase your word power is to repeat the words loudly, understand its meaning, and make more sentences with it. English is a vast language.
So, never stop learning. Do it with enthusiasm and initiative to become an expert. So, keep doing your best and we will see you tomorrow for the last VCD. Test your English. Best of luck.
Till then, bye. A. Affect, authentic, apprehensive, attribute, articulate. Bifurcated, blackout, blasphemy, breach. Culminate, commission. Differ, drawback, dominate.
E. Edgy, ethics, equilibrium. Frantic, freak, fluke, frequent, fringe. Generally, glimpse, grasp, grave, guarantee. Edge, hierarchy, hammer, hiccup, herb, hoax. imply, isolate, indulge, interfere, intellect. Juxtapose, journal, jubilation, jug, juvenile. K. Kleptomania, knock. L. Languish, lament, literal, limitation, lax. M. Mutual, mingle, momentary, mentor.
N. Notion, nostalgia, nerve, necessary.
Overwhelm, origin, organize, omit. Proximity, prohibit, protest, prefer, panic.
Reveal, reprimand, rely, regret, recommend.
Synopsis, surplus, slant, significant, shield.
Tragedy, trespass, timid, trend, tamper.
U. Unfazed, upheaval, urge, utter.
Variable, vast, vehement, venerate. W. While, worldwide, worry, and wrap.
Y. Yard.
Zeal, zenith.
All said and done, you cannot count the number of words left to exploration. If you have the inclination and initiative to learn, we believe that you will continue the learning process with all the more enthusiasm. If you've fallen in love with the language, you can never ever stop learning. I hope we have succeeded in our hidden agenda. I hope you have fallen in love with English. Till then, bye.
नहीं है अब तो सोच सोच के जीना, हमको तो अब कोई भी रोक सके ना। नहीं है अब तो सोच सोच के जीना, हमको तो अब कोई भी रोक सके ना। हौसला है दिल में आंखों में सपने, मिलाने हैं अब वक्त से कदम अपने। चलो तुम साथ चलो, बढ़ो तुम साथ बढ़ो, आशाओं की फलक पर चलो दिन रात चलो। चलो तुम साथ चलो, बढ़ो तुम साथ बढ़ो, ज्ञान की रोशनी में खिलो दिन रात खिलो। कुछ पाने की चाहत हो जहाँ, सपनों की आहट हो जहाँ, हमको तो अब है वो जुनून, पाना है हर वो सुकून। राहों में रहमत के अब है निशान, बदलेगा अब तो अपना ये जहां, अपना ये जहां। पलकों पर सजे हैं अरमान, पाना है अब वो आसमां। खुशियों की खुशबू हो जहाँ, मंजिल है अब तो वहाँ। होगा ना कोई भी अब बेजुबान, जिंदगी ने पाई एक नई सुबह, एक नई सुबह। चलो तुम